you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah,
energy of love or whatever you want to, or
exactly.
make peace. And that takes that everybody has to look at his or her own shadow,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what creates the inner war, the inner conflicts. But we tend to project our conflicts on other people.
Mm-hmm.
So we do it in our relationships with friends and especially our spouse
Yeah.
and or our mother and father and blame
Mm.
them. And so we can walk around with this shadow and not looking at it. And then that in a larger scale, that's the foundation of war.
Yeah.
So if many people are walking around with a huge shadow, you can do the leader can do anything with that, shadow energy.
Mm-hmm.
But so, and that's the other part of this is that governments can control this. They can with propaganda, they can control this shadow
Mm-hmm.
part
Mm-hmm.
and tell us that it's very dangerous now. The Russians and the Chinese and they want to go to war with us,
Mm-hmm.
and that stirs up the fears we contain,
Mm.
the shadow.
Yeah.
But but if we take the responsibility and realize that they're trying to get us into war,
Yeah.
and I'm not going into there. I'm
Mm.
I'm not stepping into that because I'm working on my own piece and I take responsibility for my shadow and do my shadow work. Then
Mm.
that's going to stop the war,
Yeah.
because then you don't have this. The leader can't manipulate you
Yeah.
to say yes to NATO or
Yeah. Yeah. Beautifully said.
yeah.
I completely resonate with everything that you say. And I think it's a very helpful explanation too, because we have this tendency to blame the leader,
Yeah.
and not recognizing that we're in fact responsible for. I think another way of putting it is the world that see around us right now, we
Mm.
have created.
Yes, we have.
We have
Yes.
created everything that we see around us through
Hmm.
our energies. And
Yeah.
it's not that it has been a conscious creation because we
Yeah.
haven't been aware of our
No.
shadows. We haven't been
No.
aware of our own darkness.
No.
But as soon as we become aware, we start to see that we have actually created this. Because if you start to look into yourself, if you sit down and do like a 30-day meditation challenge, you're going to
Mm.
sit down every day, you're going to meditate for 10, 15 minutes. You're going
Mm.
to very quickly start to see how much at war you are with yourself,
Yeah.
with your neighbors, with your friends, with your spouse, with your
Mm.
body, with
Mm. Mm.
society, with everything around you.
Yeah.
And how you feel like everything is unfair and all this is happening, I can't believe,
Mm.
and so on. And I'm not saying this to be like, mean to anyone, but
Yeah.
it happens to everyone when you
Yeah,
sit
that's
down.
how it works because we
That's
have
how it
this.
works. You
Yeah.
start to see that you're actually at war with everything. You're not accepting anything, man. And
Mm.
then that expression of you being at war with everything is what you see on the external. We're at
Mm.
war everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
Mm. Yes.
And so I think taking that full responsibility, like you're saying, is absolutely fundamental in this business that
Mm.
we're in,
Yeah.
where we need
Yeah.
to figure out how to be our own leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because also, when we talked about last time, we went from Pisces, which is Jesus is the expression, being the guru, being the leader,
Mm.
into now becoming your own leader, right? Now becoming
Mm.
your own uh,
Christ conscious.
Christ consciousness and bringing that
Mm.
down. Yeah.